For this slot, for my insight slot this time, I've decided to switch things up. And the next 4 hours, I'm going to be talking about. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm going to talk for 6 hours. Again, just joking. What I'm not going to do is talk about IT or cybersecurity or why you should use a password manager and things like that. The reason I'm not going to talk about IT and security is because I don't want to give you that. So I'm going left field and talking about something that isn't my specialist subject. And I've decided to talk about why we are here in the room today and some of my experiences. So networking from a business perspective is the process of building mutually beneficial relationships with other people, businesses, and prospective clients or suppliers in the hope that they can benefit your business, or at least that's what it says on the internet. Every person in this room here, because one way or another, they want their business to grow, scale, and succeed. But how does this work? Kind of depends on the networking group you're at. In some, the focus will be getting to know people in the room via one-to-ones. In others, it'll be about developing a collective culture. It could be purely about helping each other professionally or personally, or it could be more social. I've attended events and run events for a number of these different groups, some big, some small, some niche. Some have been really, really helpful and I attend on a regular basis. Some I dip in and out of when someone in the group needs help, or if I need help. I went to some of these religiously when I first started the business, and during lockdown, they met a need. They kept me busy. They helped me gain confidence. They also won me a couple of clients. But as my business and my needs changed, so did those groups, or they didn't change, so I no longer attend them. And then there are others that are more industry specific and enable people in my industry to have conversations with each other about problems that we're collectively having and challenges we all face, and work out ways how we can potentially help each other. Competitors talking to each other, sharing successes, working together. Yes, it does happen. Each one of these events has done something positive for me, whether it's finding out about the people in the room from their speaking slots, gaining insight, developing bonding relationships, or getting work. The positives of networking far outweigh the negatives, which is why we're all here. And during our networking journeys, we will come across a variety of people, and every person is different when it comes to their approach. Now, in my opinion, there are 4 modalities to networking. Some will be butterflies, happy to talk to anyone and everyone. Others will be nervous networkers or reluctant networkers. They feel way out of their comfort zone at any event and are there because they know it can work for their business. They're just not sure how. You've then got the givers and takers. These people give referrals, take on new clients, and are probably doing business with people they regularly network with. And these people will typically give more than they take. And then you've got the business card pushers. These people give out business cards like they're Smarties. It's a great way to get noticed at an event. Or is it? We might come back to that if there's time. So this is my experience. There are some others in terms of modalities I haven't covered, and it all depends on the books you read. But as time's short, they're my top 4. I want you to think, which one of these are you? So when we're to networking events, we're not going for the coffee and the breakfast if it's a face-to-face. So it can be a perk of going. We're really looking to grow our connections and expand our talent pool of resource, to garner inspiration and new perspectives from others who have different experiences. Or maybe we're going to enhance our reputation or open up conversations with potential new clients or suppliers. But deep down, we're going to win more business. We want to help each other succeed. And I've seen so many people go to networking events, push their product or service in the face of anyone they could speak to, not have a two-way conversation or build any sort of relationship, just essentially shouting, buy my stuff at every single possibility. And they wonder why people don't buy into it. It's because they don't understand the give and take of what networking is about. And I'm aware that I am somewhat preaching to the converted here, but I can guarantee that almost everybody in the room has dealt with at least one of these people. Networking, let's face it, is all about people. For you to succeed and win business through networking, you need to know, like, and trust the people that you network with. If that doesn't exist, go away. There's no point. You might as well just not bother. Now, you also need to remember that you will not have this with every person in the room, which is why single seat networks like this can work. But at the same time, they can be a hindrance depending on the single seat network. Because, if you go to another three-letter acronym network, you're told if you don't give X number of referrals this month, you get put on a naughty list sort of thing. And likewise, you might have people in your team who are looking for introductions, but because you don't necessarily have much synergy with them, you're not necessarily going to try as hard to help that person as you would if that synergy existed. So I'm a nervous networker. I turn up typically close to the start of the event or sometimes late. Apologies again. I say hi to people that I know, like, and trust. I find my place and I sit and prepare myself to deliver my 60-second pitch. Which, let's face it, when I delivered it just now, it was practiced. I have what I'm going to say on my screen. But face to face, always unprepared, doesn't always show me in the best light. But once I know you, I do become more of a giver and taker. And if there is an opportunity to help you get new business and it shows itself, I do try to help you achieve that. And when I'm speaking like I am right now, my nervousness kind of disappears and I become a bit more of a social butterfly. So while I am a nervous networker, in the right settings, I'm a completely different person. And chances are you also aren't just one type of networker. You'll be a mashup of a few. But one thing I know I'm not is a business card pusher. I don't give out business cards to everyone. People literally have to ask me for one. I probably should give out more because I do have hundreds of the bloody things. And mine are pretty cool because they got my face on them. And they're a different shape to most in the fact that they're a little bit longer and annoyingly don't fit into a standard business card holder. Which, and like I said, that's a little bit different. And that was my point. It's another reason people might not forget this ugly mug. And that maybe this guy does things a little bit differently. Now, I've got hundreds of business cards in my office from people I've met over the years. Don't remember what most of them look like, let alone what they do, or even if they're in that business anymore. You don't. You get a business card. You might write down where you got it from. If you're like me, you'll scan their details into your CRM and they go into a box. And every so often you go through them and get rid of the ones you haven't spoken to in however long. Because I don't remember them, people on average remember faces more than names. And because I don't remember people's names very well, then I just typically put them in the bin. Another reason why I put my face on my business cards. Failing that, they make good targets. So you won't necessarily get work from giving a business card out or a social media post or a leaflet. And you won't win business by pushing your products or services down people's throats at events. You have to have an arsenal of other things happening all at your fingertips. Strong social media, strong website, SEO, good pipeline, solid lead generation plan. You need to understand your customer persona, have an inbound marketing strategy, and work out how easy it is for customers or prospective customers to buy from you, and more and more. And there are people in this room that can help with that. But it takes time. It's a process. Again, another reason why networking is great. So I want you to think again. We're in this room to ultimately grow our businesses. What is the best way we can do that? Now, if we were in a face-to-face situation, I would get some audience participation. But I know time's short, so I'm just going to go straight on. Referral. Ooh. Referrals are the most powerful way we can generate business from networking. We can do that through a multitude of different ways. Social proof is a great way of getting referrals. You can show your expertise through award wins and certifications. Maybe set up a referral incentive program and push quality content out. I need one more minute, Joe. End of the day, people buy from people. Like I said, referrals aren't things like a tag on social media. Best way to refer people is to bring the two parties together. This can be done face to face or over video or even through a text message. Sorry, a LinkedIn message. Once the two people start talking, exit the conversation. Let them get to know, like, and trust each other and check up on them later to see how they got on and if they need anything else from you. These referrals are really, really powerful because they affect positively, potentially 3 different businesses. The person you referred has a warm lead to speak to. The person you've helped will give you kudos because, the person you referred has the opportunity to develop a relationship with somebody new that can take their business to the next level, and you get kudos from both. They're not all going to work. Some will be heavenly, some will be like hell. But referrals are the greatest way for us to win more business and help each other succeed. So who could you refer today, this week, this month, this year to another 1Networking member? Could you refer a 1N member to someone else you know, like, and trust? Thank you for listening.